Greetings YouTube, and welcome to The Rabbit Hole. In September of 2016, the Falcon 9 manufactured by SpaceX mysteriously exploded on the launch pad. The company initially thought that the launch vehicle may have been sabotaged and considered hypotheses such as sniper fire from a competitor's building. Eventually, it was concluded that the explosion was caused by a breach in the helium system, or so we are being told. Let's analyze the original footage. Follow me down. First, let's watch the clip in real time. Notice the object which flies over the Falcon 9 just as it explodes. It's moving much too fast to be a bird. Just compare the object's acceleration to the speed of the birds that can be seen in other parts of the video. And if it were in fact a bird, then it would have been incinerated in the explosion. The unidentified flying object flying above Falcon 9 seems to have caused the explosion. Falcon 9's payload was the Amos 6 communication satellite designed to allow Facebook to beam broadband from orbit with Internet.org, specifically bringing internet to parts of sub-Saharan Africa. Internet.org strives to connect the entire world with the internet. They operate under the humanitarian guise of bettering people's lives by providing them with basic Wi-Fi and Facebook. Conveniently, this also creates a way for Facebook and thus governments who acquire Facebook's data to digitally keep tabs on everybody on the planet. Furthermore, this creates a funnel of information. If everybody is connected to the same basic Wi-Fi, then everybody is receiving the same knowledge or being told the same story. Similar to how Google manipulated search results to favor Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election, or how Facebook suppressed conservative news to help the Democrats. If everybody has a Facebook tunnel vision view of reality, then we are essentially living in a virtual world, while those behind the internet, those who control that virtual reality, are left to rule autonomously. For example, if the biggest threat to our existence is alien invasion, but everybody is on Facebook Wi-Fi, which claims the biggest threat is global warming, we'll be trying to solve a problem that doesn't matter. Those in authority control the media, and when the media controls everybody by presenting itself as the truth, then we become unified as slaves to whatever propaganda we are being sold, whether that be the health benefits of eating McDonald's, or the need for citizens to join the military and build bombs. The government knows there are aliens. They want to keep it a secret from us because they are afraid that if we panic we will become unruly, the system will break down, and they will have lost their workers. The government would rather keep us in the dark so we don't question our existence, so we numbly continue to slave away so the rich can get richer. However, governments around the world continue to build nuclear weapons, and with the proliferation of antimatter weapons, Earth is becoming an increasing threat to the harmony of the galaxy. The leaders of our planet have proven to be selfish, greedy, and bad caretakers of the Earth. A global population enslaved to their propaganda could be seen as a galactic threat. Alien civilizations, which have always been in contact with the leaders of our planet, don't meddle in our affairs, unless, of course, our actions have bearing on their existence. They don't want us to become too powerful because they are afraid of our destructive nature. Earth has still never learned to live in peace. We are often at war with ourselves, conflicted with inner turmoil. Beyond that, we war with other individuals. We have not learned how to share this planet. We hold on to bigotry and racism, which pits entire groups of people against each other. Wars keep whole countries hating one another. The planet itself is at risk because we are bad shepherds of Mother Earth, our industrialization and attack on her soil. And now technology has brought us to a point which threatens our harmonious place in the galaxy. When we become a galactic threat, that is when the aliens decide enough is enough. Until we have learned to live in harmony with each other and the planet, there is some technology that we are just too childish to handle. Here we see a clear example of aliens acting like a parent to tell their child not to play with matches to make sure the house doesn't burn down. It is better at this point in our evolution not to be completely connected and in communication with one another. There are huge disparities in our world between the elites and the masses, between developed nations and developing ones, between the use of technology for good or for evil. Humans and their thinking have to catch up with technology so we are able to wield its awesome power effectively and in a way that is not disastrous to ourselves or space. At some point in the near future, when our brains evolve and we learn how to become more empathetic, we may be allowed to use this type of technology. But for the time being, we, like children, are still under the scrutiny of interstellar alien judges. And in case we become too big for our britches and need to be punished, it is easier to conquer us when we are divided, rather than communicating with one another under a unified front. So how do we evolve our consciousness to a point that can handle this technology without blowing ourselves up? Research ancient wisdom from Egypt, India, and Tibet. Learn meditation and open your third eye. Most alien technology is not merely more advanced in the linear way that we think about technological development. It is advanced because it interacts with its users in different dimensions simultaneously. Aliens use telepathic communication, which transmits much more than simple words or sentences, which scramble to try and define what one is feeling or aware of. Their conversations are multidimensional ones, which are able to communicate feelings themselves, empathy, atmosphere, and other states of being or awareness which we just don't have words for. Therefore, even the most basic forms of communication aliens use are much more multifaceted than our primitive means of interacting with each other. We must learn how to communicate with ourselves, how to be truthful, how to connect meaningfully with other individuals, with animals and other forms of life around us, and with our environment, before we unify the entire planet with a broken and primitive form of communication which has continually led us down a path of war and destruction. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep digging.